If you're seeing this, congratulations. You have made it to the end of another year. And it is indeed a blessing and a privilege for each of us to be afforded another opportunity at life. Another opportunity where we can come and reposition ourselves in a state in which is pleasing to the Maker and to the King. The passive meditation that I want us to focus on as we make the transition into the new season that is upon the horizon is Matthew 6 and verse 33. And it says to us, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." I know that a lot of times on our quest for uh, expanding our territory, we desire to have means, but the means come to naught if they are not gathered or garnered under a righteous covenant. I know that many persons looking from the outside on the inside may see a lot of persons who are in celebrity status, who are flaunting what appears to be wealth, who are flaunting what appears to be riches. But the question I want you to ask yourself is, are you willing to do what they did to get to where they are? Majority of you who are righteous people would say no, because I know that many of you will not turn your exit into entries just so that you can have financial means. Many of you will not engage in prostitution so that you can have financial resource. Many of you will not engage in politics where you can trick and deceive people so that you can garner positioning and garner different avenues of multiplying your resources. Many of you will not do that. So if you are not willing to do those things, then do not desire after what they have. Many of you may say, well, I see some pastors, I see some religious ministers who are living rather extravagantly. But are you willing to fleece the flock, to pimp the flock, to be a pulpit pimp? Would you want to be in that category? I know that majority of you would not want to be in that category. And as such, not everything that appears to be is actually what it is. With that in mind, I want you to now say to yourself, what are some of the things that you can do as a regular individual that can enable you and your family to have a better hope for tomorrow? Some of the simple things that we can do is to assess where we are today. In assessing where you are today, you are going to take inventory. Every year, what I do is I start back my net worth at zero. And you may be saying, why would you want to start your network at zero? Because it's a new year, it's a new season. What God has blessed me with in the year that has passed is for that year, for that season, for people to enjoy in that season. Now, as we make the transition, let us start from zero. And I'm going to show you how you can build your network from zero all the way to whatever number that you desire. But what I want you to do is not to desire what other people desire. You have to have a goal, you have to have a mission, you have to know what it is that you want. What is the number that would cause you to say, yes, I am okay, I am satisfied? Because if you don't have a number, I can assure you that you will never be satisfied. Human beings are one of the hardest creatures to satisfy. The more we have, the more we actually desire. And I don't want you to fall in the trap of being greedy. Because greed is what destroys many people's wealth. Greed is what causes people who are well thinking to do things which they had no need to do. So, I am presenting to you the idea that you can take your finances from where they are now to a state in which you are pleased to show them to your family member, to sit at that family table and say, hey, this is what I've done, this is how I have been able to maneuver certain situations in order to get to this state of financial stability. But you have to position yourself. So you need to take an inventory, and an inventory includes having a budget. You heard that correctly. Having a budget. Yes, so the number one thing that you need to do when you are positioning yourself is to have a budget. What I want you to do in the year that is to come is to position yourself so that you know how much you are taking in, how much you are increasing, how much you are amassing over time. And when you know what your inflows are, we call that the income, we have to now determine how much of this income do we want to be in the outflow. So the outflow would be like the expenses, your light bill, your utility bill, your electricity bill, whatever you want to call it, your water bill, and your heating if you need heating, whatever transportation bill you may have, your vehicle bill, all these bills, your mortgage, which we do not advise and we do not encourage. But if you have one, then we have to regulate the situation so that we can eliminate it over time. So the idea is for us to have a an account, an inventory of where we are so that we can position ourselves to where we need to be. The state that I want you to be in is one in which you are relaxed, you are comfortable. And in order to be relaxed and be comfortable so that you can make decisions not based on force, not based on urgency, not based on us being placed in a box, is when you are comfortable in your positioning. And the only way you're going to be comfortable is when you don't have unnecessary bills to be thinking about. I don't know of an individual who really enjoy having to think about paying bills every single month. Majority of persons don't have a desire to be paying bills every single month, but yet many persons fall in the trap of, well, burdening their future self with bills that they did not need to have. I want you to now position your mind to work on your health. Your health is very critical. Your health is very important because without your health, you cannot enjoy the resources that you have. And I want you to be in a position where, after we have amassed all of this, we are in a position where we can enjoy it. And with that said, it would bring you to the idea that my concept of retirement is quite different from what the financial institutions indicate to you. Why would you wait until you are 65 or 95 to enjoy your life when you are not in the best of health? You don't have enough strength. You cannot do much with what you have. Think about it logically. Does that make sense to you? Don't you see that all your financial advisors are living life in this moment, in this season? Their families live in extravagantly. Why should you be saving that resource and enjoying your money when you have no strength to enjoy it? So we are positioning you so that you can not only enjoy it in the latter days, but enjoy it in the present season. But in order for us to do that, we have to engage in proper allocation and management. And that is something that I want you to consider. So your health is very important for us to enjoy. Another thing that I want you to do is this. It may seem strange to you, it may seem as though this is countercultural, but get rid of the credit card. Your credit card is holding you back. Yes, you may not want to hear this, but even the 0% interest, these credit cards are tying up all the funds that you could be using to invest in your future, to invest in becoming a better person. It is burdening you down today with the hopes of you being a slave to time. So in the future, you'll be paying for that which you have done in the past. That is no way to live. If you cannot afford it cash in this season, you cannot afford it at all. I want you to think about it like that. If you cannot pay for it now, you cannot afford it at all. So get rid of your credit cards. One by one, I want you to get rid of them. If you can put yourself in this position, then you are in a good position, because when you become debt free, in terms of not having any unnecessary financial obligation, no credit card bill, no car note, no mortgage, when you have that level of freedom, you will realize how simple life actually is. You shouldn't be laboring in a job that you have no passion for. The only reason you're in that job is because you have to make those payments. And if that is what you want to do, then this is not the place for you. Because we are going to work with you to get you out of the credit card debt. I know that debit cards are not as secure as the credit card because your money is covered with the credit card, but we're going to find a workaround because I want you to be free. I don't want you to be a slave, because a borrower is a slave to the lender, and I want you to be free. As we move into the new season, I want you to do one more thing. I want you to take the time to open for yourself an investment account. It's a brokerage account, whatever it is called in your country. Open an investment account. I'll leave some links in the description so that you can have a few that you can consider when opening an account. And I'm going to open one in real time with you and fund that account with $100 and show you how we can multiply the money that we have. And maybe I will show you another account that I have $1,000, and I may show you my $10,000 account. Those are my public accounts. And then I may even show you my other accounts, but maybe I have no need to show you those accounts because we are going to be building up from 100. We are going to be multiplying that 100 into 1,000. Then we're going to take that 1,000, turn that 1,000 into 10,000. Then we're going to take that 10,000 and turn that 10,000 into 100,000. When we reach 100,000, you're going to realize how much easier it is to make money. So when you have that 100,000, we're going to be multiplying that into $1 million. And just like that, we're going to take 100 and turn it into $1 million. And we're not going to just be doing it with one account. We're going to be doing it with multiple accounts simultaneously. So if you want to be on that journey with us as we make the transition and as I show you some of the ways that you can diversify your portfolio, then I want you to join us and see you in the next sit-in. So click the links below, set up your account, and I'll show you exactly how to go about ensuring that you have capital and resources in that account. Until we meet again, be blessed, and remember, in all you're getting, get wisdom. Be blessed.